Good morning, Greater Latrobe. Welcome to Wildcat All Access, where we bring you news from all of our Greater Latrobe Wildcat teams. The boys football team just came up short of 5th-ranked team in the WPIAL, Upper St. Clair, last Friday. The game came down to the final seconds, but the final score ended up 52-44, Upper St. Clair. Although they lost, the boys played quite the game, and stats really show that. Landon Carnes threw for a total of 384 yards and 4 touchdowns. Dylan Gustafson caught 3 passes for 136 yards and 3 touchdowns. And Tucker Nupp added 7 receptions for 125 yards and 2 touchdowns for Latrobe. The boys were supposed to play Gateway on October 2nd, but that game has recently been canceled due to COVID. They are back in action, however, at Connellsville on October 8th. Now here's reporter Adina Prue with some highlights from the pregame festivities. The Greater Latrobe girls volleyball swept their match with Hempfield Spartans on Tuesday night by the score 25-22, 25-18, and 25-22. With the victory, the Cats run their section record to 4-1 and their overall record 5-1. Emma Fenton led the Wildcats scoring for the 3rd straight match with her 10 kills, supported by the additional scoring of 7 kills from Gracie Wetzel, 5 from Lily Fenton and Anna Rafferty, and Emma Blair combining for 6, more 4 and 2, respectively. Assists for the Latrobe offense were dished out by Lily Fenton, accounting for 17, and Emma Fenton, who collected 10. Lily Fenton led a scrappy Wildcat defense with 10 digs, followed by Bailey Watson with 9 digs and Emma Fenton with 7. Net defense for the Cats was led by middles Anna Rafferty and Emma Blair, who tallied 3 blocks, 2 and 1. The girls are back in action Tuesday night against Oakland Catholic. We now go to reporter Kanan Mulroy for a look at what is going on with the girls tennis team.
The girls' Greater Latrobe tennis team has had an amazing season this year. Both varsity and JV teams have had an undefeated season so far. So come out and support the girls on October 5th for their senior night against Hempfield. Good luck, Cats!
Thanks, Kanan. Here's Ben Hamity with an inside scoop on the boys soccer team.
After just missing the playoffs last season, the Wildcats returned with a veteran lineup of 11 seniors. They started off the season strong with a 4-1 preseason win against GCC, carrying their momentum into their first conference game at Penn Trafford, where they came up with a big 5-0 win. Unfortunately, the boys came up short to a strong Norwin team, but bounced back with a huge win at Hempfield, scoring 11 goals. This week, they traveled to Pittsburgh and suffered a tough loss to PCC, but rebounded quickly to win a double overtime senior night thriller to Connellsville 3-2. The team consists of 11 seniors: Michael Shoemaker, Isaac Beege, Tanner Sable, Ian McHugh, Ryan Banks, Quinn Norman, Nolan Agostoni, Micah Conroy, Nate Myers, Antonio Cantor, and Nathaniel Banks. Congratulations. Now here is Lauren Davis for an update on the girls soccer team.
The Lady Wildcats started their season with a positive mindset. On Monday, September 21st, they played Fox Chapel and unfortunately ended with a 2-0 loss. On Wednesday the 23rd, they went head-to-head with Penn Trafford and ended with a 1-1 tie after double overtime. They ended the week with a 2-0 win against Hempfield on Saturday the 26th. To start this week out, they led a powerful 7-0 win against Alderdice. Great job, Wildcats. We go now to Brandon Fetter for an update on field hockey.
Thanks, Lauren. The field hockey girls lost both their games this week, with the scores being 2-0 against Norwin on Saturday and 3-0 against Penn Trafford on Wednesday. They look to bounce back next week against Upper St. Clair, who they previously beat 3-0. So far this season, they are 2-1 in their conference and 3-3-1 overall, and look to make a playoff push. Back to you, Brennan.
Thanks, Brandon. Luke Hamity has an update on the golf team.
Thanks, Brennan. The boys' golf team, led by Coach Rhea, had an up-and-down season due to the loss of key seniors and a centerpiece golfer, Jack Shear, who transferred to IMG Academy over this fall. On September 23rd, Latrobe fell to the Penn Trafford Warriors by a score of 220 to 187 at Manor Valley Golf Course. The top score for the Caps was Dom Atkinson with a 41. Their last game of the season on the 28th, the boys fell to Indiana High School, 230 to 209 at Latrobe Country Club. One notable golfer from that match included Owen Mealy, with a top score for the Cats with a 47. The team was led by seniors Dom Atkinson and Logan Bird. Overall, the golf team finished off the season with a record of 111 in section play and 112 overall, with hopes of coming back stronger next season. Back to you.
The Latrobe varsity cross-country teams hosted Hempfield area and Norwin high schools on the varsity course at Arnold Palmer Fieldhouse on Tuesday. The girls' team fell to Norwin by a score of 37 to 24, while the Hempfield beat the Lady Cats 21 to 40. The boys' race went much better for the hosts, with the Wildcat Harriers beating Norwin with a score of 24 to 33 and taking care of Hempfield 19 to 42. The boys' team improved their record to 5-1, while the girls fell to 3-3. Leading the way for the Lady Cats was Clara Herr, finishing third with a time of 21:04. Lexi Planinsek, Aubrey Cable, Hayden Kranick, and Lizzie Planinsek all scored for the Wildcats, with McKenna Skattel and Daisha Thomas rounding out the varsity 7. Dante Frescuro was a top cat, finishing second overall and completing the home course in 17:30. He was followed closely by Drew Kozic, Joseph Hill, David Ann, and Matt McCreary completed the top 5, while Cohen Fulton and Noah Pittman completed the varsity squad. The Wildcats will compete Saturday at the White Oak Park and Bald Eagle Invitational before returning home to host Greensburg-Salem and Penn Trafford on Tuesday at Rossi Field. Thanks for joining us for Wildcat All Access. We will see you next week. Let's go Cats!